Welcome everybody, my name's Andrew Edge, I work for Simpson Associates, I'm a data and AI lead here, and I'm really pleased to introduce you to the floor plan visualization today and go through some of the features and functionality and what it has to offer for you as a business. The floor plan itself in the middle you can see here is a factory. It can actually be any number of things, and we'll leave that up to your imagination, but it could involve some things like factories, retail space, housing, office space, and lots more. In other videos we will talk about sort of how to actually apply the floor plan to visualization. Now in this case we've got an ordinary Power BI report that is actually where the floor plan is linked in to all the other data. So underneath we've actually attached the floor plan measures that we're plotting to the rest of the Power BI data. And because of that, we can flick between different measures and it will show those different measures on the actual floor plan. So I've got stock level here and I can click on view by capacity and it will change what is actually plotted within here in terms of the colouring. So another couple of things to note is the fact that we can actually assign in the data and on the visualization different plan items to different plan types, as we call them, and all these types are basically groupings to say these things that we're plotting in the plan belong to a particular category. For example, we can label all the doors as a plan item category, or indeed, as we've done here, pallets in this case is a plan item category, and so is a mod, which is effectively shelving. Now this gives us an extra bit of control and actually allows us within the settings to be able to change the colouring so that they're dependent on those particular categories, because sometimes it might not make sense to colour the items across, say for example, stock or capacity for things like doors. That just wouldn't make sense, so we want to exclude them from the visualization colouring. Now the colouring itself is based on a measure, the capacity in this case, and we'll go from red to green depending on what the capacity is for those different things. But it can actually be controlled in a couple of other ways as well, not just based on colour range, and that colour range, by the way, can be selectable. It can be from any colour starting point to any colour end point, but we can also do a colour bin setting as well, and together with using a custom field to be able to set the colour either through a calculation, a bit DAX calculation, or actually in fact through some imported data as well. So if we want it to be a set colour, we can do that. As well as actually the visualization to select items as so as you can see here, I've selected 3 particular pallets and it's showing me the capacity and the current stock level for those 3. So it's changed the table visualization down here, and it's changed the dials. I can also use the visualizations, the other visualizations themselves, to control what's displayed on the floor plan as such. So sometimes this will make sense depending on what you're plotting, but sometimes it's not really relevant. And the rationale behind what you can see on screen is the fact that sometimes you might want to look at a particular isolated area on the plan in context, rather than actually it looking at everything in full context. So that we've given you the ability to be able to change how this works based on your cross-filtering setup, which is a normal process that you would go through in terms of creating your Power BI reports. What you can see here is the 3D view that we've used to be able to navigate between floors. The 3D view in itself is a nice feature that you can switch on through the settings. That's a great navigation tool. So we're using it here to be able to change supermarkets, but in fact that could be floors within a building. And why that's important is you might want to have a kind of an overarching holistic view of the entire building in that spatial context, and then want to drill down and see more detail. In addition, this demonstrates the fact that we can actually have multiple copies of a visualization within a report, similar to the way that you can do that for, say, have multiple bar charts. You're not restricted to one plan, and they can be cross-filtered. Now, the data populated this particular Power BI report has been imported into the model itself, and as we know with Power BI reports, you can also do direct query. And indeed real-time push feeds if necessary. So some of that real-time push field could involve actually plotting the flow of something through the spatial plan, which is a great feature. So again, it's a standard type of visualization. The fact that it will deal with all the different other functionality within Power BI itself and take advantage of that. So just before we finish off, I've just got time to show you the ability to be able to change some of the visualization settings. So as is per normal in a visualization, you've got the ability to add your particular fields in to the visualization here and change some of the formatting. The standard formatting is there, things like the font that's used and the title, etc. But a couple of additional ones, including the zoom controls that are available, the floor plan colouring system that we talked about as well, the ability also to actually set a particular colour for one or more of the categories. So thank you very much for joining me today. If you want to find out any further information about the visualization report, or indeed how we can help implement such solutions within your organisation, and including Power BI designing and development, then please do get in touch on the email on screen, or actually on the live chat on our website. And we look forward to hearing from you.